I
That's a
suck
great song,
at
yeah.
my job. It's like I am
That's a
awful.
great
Like
song.
I
Hi,
yeah, good
Greyson.
to see you again. Yeah,
It's good
what's
to
up?
see you.
How are you?
It's been 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
So, my first question is already been asked, so
Uh-huh.
I will go with this.
Of course.
Looking back to your career, you've been
Yeah.
like in industry for more than a decade
Yeah.
now, right? What is the thing that you really miss back then,
Yeah.
and you wish you have a second chance for?
I just think that as I get older now,
Hmm.
I think what is crazy is that like I have a niece, right? My
Yeah.
niece is 6 years old. I think about her turning 12
Mm-hmm.
and I think about, let's just say she went through what I went through, right?
Yeah.
I think what I'm amazed at is just the way that I was treated by some adults in my life. Like I really look back at some of it and I'm like, man, I just would never talk to a kid that way. I would never uh, put a kid under the pressure
Yeah.
that I was under.
Mhm.
And, I think my family and we did the best to, I think, manage everything. But
Mm.
I just think now looking back, if I could change anything,
Yeah.
I would just insulate myself more.
Mhm.
And also, yeah, just a little bit surprised that I will never look at a kid that I would never talk to a kid
Yeah.
in those ways that I was talked to and
Like
things.
everyone should never talk to
No,
kid
of
like that, right?
course. And so I think when I look back at that side of my career, I really wish I could change that. If I had any, advice or anything that I could give in hindsight, um, back to myself, I think, and I tell young artists this now too, like trusting your instinct is the most important thing
Yeah.
ever. I really don't try to live in a lot of regrets or things, but
Yes.
there are decisions
Mm.
that were made where I fully knew deep down where I was like, I'm doing this because someone at the label wants me to do this, but it's the smart thing to do because if I do that, then maybe they'll lead to this or whatever. And I knew that my instinct was the correct decision, not that decision. And that comes down to songs, that comes down to creative decisions on albums, that comes down to hell, when I was signed to Sony, I had a duet with Cyndi Lauper and they said, this just isn't cool. We don't want you to do this. With fucking Cyndi Lauper, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry,
That is
like
crazy.
excuse my language,
Yeah.
but I should have trusted my instinct and just pushed that forward. So I think that would be my biggest advice to my younger self, but also artists now, is that understanding that your instinct is what even got you into the room in the first place.
Yeah.
So follow that. Like when I was 12 years old, I had an instinct to play paparazzi. No one was telling me to do that. That was me being 12 years old and being like, I think this is cool. That's what you need to follow.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And it's a follow-up question. You've been like being through a lot these past few years, right? You've been hospitalized.
Yeah.
You postpone your releases of the songs, right? So what's the lesson that you've had learned from that experience that maybe you can share with us so that we can learn from you?
Yeah. I think to give yourself more grace, to give yourself more compassion. This is an anecdote sometimes in the show, but I think it is really easy to look at the people that you love in your life and to tell them, hey, you're so beautiful. Don't let this get you down. Keep your head up. You have a lot going for you. It's really easy to give that advice out, right? How often are we as individuals going back into our bedrooms at night and telling ourselves that same story?
Yeah.
How often are we recognizing the value that we have and that we give? And I think that's what I would really like to see myself do more of. And I think that was just the biggest lesson out of the hospital, is I was like, man, why am I my own worst critic?
Yeah.
But even outside of music, outside of my own story, I think we all do that as individuals.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think trying to quiet that voice down, I think that's an important thing.
Yeah. Okay, so it's rather random question, but I thought about this when you mentioned 1980s.
Yeah.
So is there like any legendary song that you wish, damn, I wish I wrote that
Oh
song?
my God, so many. There's so many things. I think there's a joke amongst musicians, but
Uh-huh.
whenever I hear something and it makes me mad,
Uh-huh.
that's when you know it's a really, really good song.
Ah,
Because
okay.
that feeling when
Yeah.
you hear a song and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
I wish I was a part of that.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
wish I was in the room with that. Like, I remember hearing Die with a Smile for the first time,
Damn,
and I was
that's
like,
such a great question.
I
That's a
suck
great song,
at
yeah.
my job. It's like I am
That's a
awful.
great
Like
song.
yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. So I think there's always that feeling amongst writers when you have that kind of
True.
that mad feeling where you're like, damn,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's when you know a song is really, really good. But yeah, I'm still such a fan of all music. Like, and I listen to everything. I listen from everything to like Mayhem to Lady Gaga to
Ooh.
Tanya Tucker to country music. I love EDM. I love Skrillex's latest album is brilliant. It's
Why
so
never
good.
thought that you?
No, of course. The biggest ASAP Rocky fan.
What?
I love ASAP,
Wow.
ASAP till the day I die. I listen to everything. I love all music.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any decades that you wish you were born?
The 90s.
What?
I feel well, I guess I was born in the 90s, but like I wish I was like
experiencing.
Yeah. I think the idea of being a musician in a world where it wasn't controlled by social media would have been really fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's there are pros and cons to everything. What I do miss in music is I miss the mystery of like there were bands that I grew up with like one in particular like is a rock band called Interpol, and I loved them when I was growing up. I knew nothing about them. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't know
You just
who
heard the
they were. I
songs.
just heard the music and connected to it, and I loved the artwork and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
created this world. And I miss that we don't really have that anymore now. Like there's always a face to the
Yeah.
music now, and there's always social media. I miss those days of kind of like being able to be more mysterious in the work, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Cool, cool.